Welcome to Pathologic 2. This is I guess it's a sequel to the original Pathologic. It was originally intended, when it first popped up on Kickstarter, to be a remake of the original Pathologic. But as Icepick Lodge developed it, it started becoming a thing entirely its own, so it's no longer a remake, but an entirely new game. I'm not sure precisely what it's about, because I've purposely kept myself in the dark so that this can be a totally fresh playthrough where I don't know what's going on. I think that makes it more exciting. But I'm assuming it still takes place in the same town the original Pathologic took place in, and it still involves a plague taking over the town, and you play a character trying to help stop the plague, basically. That was the basic premise of the original. I assume that's the same here. I did play the original Pathologic, by the way. It was really rough around the edges. It's one of the... Actually, it was the first game that the company Icepick Lodge developed. But it was incredibly memorable and unique, and I still loved it, despite all the problems. So I'm really excited to get into Pathologic 2. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Let's start a new game. I've played it for all of about 5 minutes, just to make sure that settings were reasonably good. Play begins in the middle of things. It might take some time to figure out what's happening, but it will all start coming together soon. That's a hell of a painting. Yeah, even though it's not a remake, it does seem to involve a lot of the same characters. Like, this is Mark Immortel, I think they're like the leader of the theater in town?
They are, to put it bluntly, both puerile and deluded. A tough crowd.
Mark Immortel. So, Barack, your performance was a flop. You are unfit for the role. A cursed production. This is our second attempt, and a second failure. So right now I'm embodying Barack, apparently, which was one of the 3 playable characters in the original Pathologic. There was, I think it was Isidore Barack, also known as the Bachelor. That's the person who I played in my original playthrough of the game. I have not played the other 2 characters, which are the Haruspex and the Changeling. There were 3 playable characters in total. And apparently they're releasing the different characters' stories for this game in parts. So this game, as it is right now, is going to be... I forgot which character's part. Like, even though it says Barack, so I would assume we're playing the Bachelor, I think I remember them saying something about you playing as the Haruspex, so I'm not sure. Maybe we'll switch characters, who knows. But yeah, this will be one character for this game right now, and then they'll be releasing more, apparently. Not exactly episodic, but, you know, character-sodic. Come on, the first run was decent. That is not for you to judge. It's not our fault you put us into these inhuman conditions. And cut. Change scene. Stages and plays were huge themes in the original Pathologic. Look at the shadows of those talons. I forgot. It's been many, many years since I played the original Pathologic, so I've forgotten a lot of the, like, specifics, the names, and whatnot. But they're very imposing figures. Those things that have heads that look like talons would show up outside of doors when characters were, I think, dead or dying from sickness. Love control highlight characters who have something to say. That's a nice feature. Yeah, so we're obviously in a plague town. So I think it is the same basic premise as the other one. Hey, you're alive.
What?
Wait, you're the Bachelor? Then who am I? Maybe they gave the name Barack to a different character who isn't actually the Bachelor. I have no idea. They don't trust me anymore. I wasn't even invited to the final council. Where are the birds? Up. Where else? If you mean the real ones. Oh, no, not the flying ones. I meant the orderlies. What? That ends the dialogue? Oh. Oh, wait. We did just have a cutscene, right? And then suddenly I'm on stage. So we were Barack just a second ago, but I think now we're not. Now this is Barack. So we must be the Haruspects.
There is a god.
And this is the Changeling. Turns out the birds aren't birds at all. Want to know what they are? Lean down and I'll tell you. Lower. Lower now. They're fingers. And right after I read that, they smiled. Oh god, they're smiling more. They're creepy. Did they... What does this little diamond mean? I pressed the option that wasn't the diamond for the other dialogue at the end, and then it just stopped the dialogue and closed out. Maybe if I do the diamond one, it won't end the conversation. Why the happy face? How many of you revived? You should be ashamed. People believed in you. No, that also ended it. Must be some significance to the diamond. This game looks really good, by the way. My god, it's beautiful. Where are the three shadows coming from? It says shadows of 3 of the orderlies? But I only see 1. God, they're creepy. Look at them. I very distinctly remember them being referred to by one character as talons. Not like the character itself, but just like what was on their head was a talon. Oh, that is so cool looking. Executor. Want to receive your payment? Well, everyone will get paid what they're due in the cathedral. That's where the final choice will be made. By whom? The authorities. Fitting. Something changed. Red light, sound like a door opened. I think it's time to leave. Yeah, I think the cathedral is where the game ended in the original Pathologic. At least for the Bachelor. Probably the same for the other characters. I have a stamina bar. Can't jump over the railings, and if I could, I probably wouldn't want to, because I'd probably break my legs. J to open your journal. What do we have here? It is day 12 of our arrival, or of the plague. Probably our arrival. Just past midnight. 4 minutes past midnight. We'll fix everything. The decision will be made in the cathedral. Oh, that is such a pretty map. Look at that. The map looks rather anatomic, doesn't it? Organic. These look rather like veins. These look rather like organs. Can highlight each district, the backbone. You're hated here, you're hated here, you're hated here. Only rats live here. I'm hated everywhere. So yeah, we're starting on day 12. So perhaps we're kind of starting at the end and we're going to work our way backwards or something. Is there anything else to look at? Town. Thoughts, that's what this is. Things. What do I have on me? Chalk. Tourniquet. Yas tincture. Medril tincture. Zerk tincture. Boost immunity. All of them boost immunity. Water. Morphine. And that's it. Day 12, the last one, which the haruspix ends with a semicolon. Meaning it's not quite the end, there's more. They look so creepy with those masks. In the original Pathologic, towards the end, the military ends up coming in, and you get guards like this all around town. Very imposing figures. M to open the map. So there's a cathedral over there. Oh, this music. This game is beautiful. My God. Feels like the goddamn world is ending here. Between this music and these imposing figures and this... What is this, ash? Looks kind of like leaves, but I don't know. Maybe there's clouds of miasma from the sickness. I'm looking at interaction vision. Excuse me, I'm still recovering from a cold, so my voice is kind of bleh. Oh, torn note, dirty piece of paper, touched to read the barely legible writing. How do I read it? Touch to read the barely legible writing. Right click, touch. Schlafer contracted it. Anichkov contracted it. Jackson contracted it. Lieutenant contracted it. Kurbanov. Vyushin contracted it. Captain hasn't contracted it. Put a bullet in his head. I love the way that this drain gets bigger at the end, like balloons out. I've never seen that before. Ugh. They've done such a good job making this town feel alive with deadness, if you know what I mean. My God, the original game felt pretty empty, pretty sparse, but this looks amazing. What the hell was that? don't think I have much choice in where I go. Everything's all cordoned off. Pools of blood in the streets. They about to execute those people? Officer. Move along, doctor. Nothing to see here. Work as usual. I don't want to just straight up and insult these people, right? And tell them they're pieces of shit. I mean, they have guns. I don't. There's a lot of them. One of me. I don't think that would do anything, even if it's the truth. Who are these people? They're looters. Like I said, it's work as usual. You do your job and we'll do ours. You should let them go. A couple less, a couple more, what does it matter? I don't think that did anything. Yeah, they don't have to listen to me. They're just like, whatever. Shut the fuck up. Move along. Sorry. Good luck. Look at that. Oh my god. Look at these little hopping mice. I wasn't even looking at that, I was looking at the poster, but look, they're all over the place. Oh my god. I love them. They're beautiful. It's adorable. There's so many of them. Little hoppers. I want to crouch and get closer to them. Can I do that? Control doesn't do that. It does the focus thing. There's no crouch. There is stealth, which I can enter with C. Yeah, that just makes you kind of move slower and stuff. It doesn't actually make you go closer to the ground, like a crouch. Well, I'm glad they're all over the place. Makes this town feel a little bit nicer. Anyway, I was looking at this poster. That's a hell of an imposing poster. A huge skeletal hand reaching down on a town. Village. Fire and, is that a mask of the military? Those round eye holes? Probably a military mask. Hi?
The wretched creature is strong.
Hey, Aspity. They're a character from the original Pathologic. Their pupils are different sizes. Are their eyes different sizes too, or is that just because of the pupil making me think that? Huh. I love how dramatic these conversations look with this zoom in and like everything else blackens out so that it looks like it's just you and them and they're like alone on a stage with a bright spotlight on them. It's really cool. Really, really cool. I know where you're going. Want a piece of advice? Speak, but please be quick. I won't take long. The town is gone, and to hell with it. But the kin are also gone. Your family is gone. Your father remains unavenged, his path unfollowed. The 7 children who entrusted their lives to you are dead. You were the only one left. Do you want to save yourself, at least? 2 options, and both of them are no, I don't want to save myself. Interesting. Let's go with the longer one. It sounds more interesting. The Haruspec still has hope. No, you don't know the whole situation. Not all is lost. The outbreak can still be curbed. As I'm going to the cathedral, it's there that the decision about the bombardment is made. Heed my advice. You think she loves you? Think she's a friend and he's a foe because he brought in cannons? Don't talk to her first. Talk to him. You know nothing. She's my ally. I'm not sure who the she is exactly. Whoa. Did we just advance in time? You're dead now? Oh my god. The look on their face. It's like they died of fear. God, they're using flamethrowers on people that are alive. Don't suppose I can go inside here? No. How close am I to the cathedral? I'm like halfway there. Yeah, I think those are the clouds of... the clouds of miasma. In the original game, they would follow you, I think? You had to kind of avoid them, dodge them, sort of. Run away from them. I don't know if they do the same here. Please don't come after me. Oh, look at that. You can see far in the distance the, what is it called? The polyhedron. Keep a close eye on those things. Don't come after me. Oof. I want to touch it just because I'm curious, but God, I shouldn't. Can I save? No? No, 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 no. Don't do that. Ah. That's a huge tank on their back, my God. They're just playing? Well, at least they're having some fun. Hey! I remember them from the original Pathologic. I remember that head specifically. Don't remember anything else about them, though. Oh! Oh! Oh, it wasn't a specific person. I think it was like a group of people, because there's another one with the same head. But yeah, that person, or that entity in the corner, I don't know if it's really a person anymore. I think they were called the Worms or something like that. Hey, kids. That's pretty creepy. I love all these little jumpy mice. Look at this. There's so many of them. Where's that light coming from? What's over in that direction? That building, whatever it is. And this is the cathedral. Yeah, the geography of the town definitely seems to be the same as the original Pathologic. polyhedron, there's a cathedral. Yeah, this is all in the same place. Two ends of a very long table. I believe that's the military commander on the right, and I forgot who that person is on the left. But I remember I didn't trust them in the original game. Oh, hi. Just overseeing matters, are you? Sorry if the audio mixing's a little bit wonky, by the way. I keep adjusting it on the fly, trying to get it just right. Aspity said talk to him first. Him. Fine.
An army marches on its stomach, and right off a cliff if need be.
Commander. Is this the doctor? This is the doctor. What do you want? We can cure this disease. I know how. Proof? It's not exactly scientific. Our people have a different approach. What is this nonsense? State your name and occupation. Wait, I'm Barack again? I'm not the Haruspex now? Okay. Barack. 3 doctors operated in this town. I'm one of them. I see. Give me a reason to call off the bombardment. You have one chance. Either I know how to make a serum, or there's still many survivors here, or you're a war hero. The only person who can truly be called human in our army. Yeah, so they're about to make the decision, or we're trying to influence them away from making the decision to basically destroy the entire town, including all the people in it, living or dead, to stop the infection from spreading anywhere else. Just burn the earth and salt it kind of thing. I know how to make a serum. We'll need time to produce it at scale, but the recipe has been developed. No, Barack. If you told me you had 3 tank cars of that panacea and an army of doctors from the capital ready to administer it, that would have convinced me. As it stands, there's no going back. It's too great a risk. We only had 12 days. That's not enough time. Remember what Mark Immortel said about how this play has gone terribly twice now that it's failed. I think this is the play. We only have 12 days. And it looks like we've come to the end of it and we've failed.
Have you met a courier on the way here?
No. Inquisitor, why have you come? To confirm to you that we have the means to fight the plague. The plague, not the outbreak. Who cares? We already decided everything. Without you, you've come uninvited. What did you decide? Who are you to demand reports from us? A backwoodsman, a self-taught doctor practicing barbaric traditional medicine? Oh, but I know who you are. You're the person I was very wrong to put my hopes on. The person who let me down. Out. Now. I know where to get the ingredients for my serum. We can produce it. Hey, you, over there. Seize this man and throw him out. Aglaya, listen to me.
Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Are you even trying now?
So you insist on a second attempt, huh? Stubborn. Not a second. A first one. Alright, let's roll then. Let us imagine that the last train has not yet left the station. Just don't be late. Now all I need is to not miss my stop. I heard the sound of a train there for a second. You are Artemy Barak, a surgeon. You're coming... Oh. On the way home when it all begins. So maybe I am the surgeon. Artemy Barak. So who's Isidore Barak? That's a name I recognize. Maybe that was our father or something. I'm not sure. So I guess we're not playing as the Haruspecs. Anyway. Oh, been camping in a train. Bit of bread. Hope those black bits on the bread aren't mold. Hopefully just like, I don't know, olives or something. Hey. You okay?